Today on Rappler. The Sandiganbayan junks one of the ill-gotten wealth cases against the Marcoses. Senator Robin Padilla calls for a staunch defense of Rodrigo Duterte in the face of an ICC probe. President Marcos's frequent traveling gets a shout-out on trivia show Jeopardy. Filipino Tony-winning actress Leia Salonga returns to the West End stage. A rescued tattooed Mexican cat is up for adoption. Singer Tomlinson opens up about his One Direction days in an upcoming documentary. And music legends the Rolling Stones and Sir Paul McCartney record a song together. The Sandiganbayan's 5th Division dismisses a civil case against the late tyrant Ferdinand E. Marcos over the ill-gotten wealth of the dictator's family. The anti-graft court says the evidence against Marcos and other respondents failed to prove the allegations made by the state. It adds, the evidence also falls short in showing the properties are dummy companies owned by Marcoses. Respondents named in the decision include the late dictator Marcos, former First Lady Imelda Marcos, crony Roberto Benedicto, and various corporations. The case is one of the many charges filed against the Marcoses, which sought to recover the ill-gotten wealth they had acquired during the late dictator's regime. On February 1, the Marcos family suffered a major loss before the Sandiganbayan after the court barred them from retaking their forfeited assets. Rookie Philippine Senator Robin Padilla calls for the staunch defense of Rodrigo Duterte as the International Criminal Court probes the former president's bloody drug war. In a privileged speech in Filipino, Padilla files a resolution in defense of Duterte, hitting the ICC for alleged, quote, persecution of Duterte and claiming foreigners cannot order us around.
Hindi po tayo isang demokratiko at malayang bansa kung hahayaan natin makulong sa pag-uusig at paglilitis ng mga banyaga. Tayo po ay hindi na alipin ng mga banyaga.
Duterte granted Padilla executive clemency in 2016, restoring fully his political and civil rights. The absolute pardon paved the way for Padilla to run for the Senate. Popular American quiz show Jeopardy includes a trivia on President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. in its February 21 episode. The show asked contestants this question: in office from 2022, the president of this country has taken so many foreign trips. A play on his name is Ferdinand Magellan Jr. Marcos has been to 9 countries since assuming office on June 30, 2022. Speaking to reporters, the president said his own mother, former First Lady Imelda Marcos, had called him out on his frequent trips.
Parang like my mom says, kailan ka nag-uopisina?
Marcos says his frequent travels bring in investors and are worth the returns on investment. In a statement, the DTI says the agency will likely hit its 1 trillion peso investment approvals target for 2023, which as of February, mostly remain as promises. Filipino theater star Leia Salonga is tapped to headline the London staging of Stephen Sondheim's Old Friends, marking her return to the West End after nearly 3 decades. In an Instagram post, Leia says, quote, I cannot wait to start working on this along with some old friends of my own. This is going to be fun. Leia will be joined by fellow Tony-winning actress Bernadette Peters as the show's headliners. Stage producer Cameron McIntosh reveals the show is his way of paying tribute to the late musical lyricist Sondheim who passed away in 2021. The upcoming Old Friends staging will serve as Leia's first West End run in 27 years since she played Eponine in the musical Les Miserables in 1996. A one-of-a-kind tattooed cat in Mexico is in need of a new home. The unnamed Sphinx cat is about 1 year old and has spent weeks in the Mexican city of Juarez under the care of animal rescue workers after police found him in a prison where it suffered mistreatment at the hands of a criminal gang. The hairless cat's tattoos decorate both sides of its body and include the phrase "Made in Mexico." Authorities say they are now looking for the right family to take the cat into their home. A committee of city authorities will make the final decision about the adoption before presenting the cat to its new family on March 1. For the first time since One Direction went on hiatus in 2016, Louis Tomlinson shares his story in the upcoming documentary All of Those Voices. In the trailer, Louis says for him it was, quote, the band or nothing. He adds it was difficult for him to imagine being on his own and could not see a way back. The 1-minute clip features footage of the band in studios and backstage before they performed for the last time as a group. He also opens up about a conversation with his late mother regarding pursuing a solo career. Boy band One Direction was formed in 2010 during the run of X Factor UK. It announced its hiatus in 2016 after the release of its fifth and final album Made in the AM. In 2020, Louis released his debut album, Walls. All of Those Voices is slated for a March 22 global premiere. The Rolling Stones and Paul McCartney joined forces to record a song together for the rock band's upcoming new album. Variety reports the former Beatle had recorded bass parts, quote, for a forthcoming Rolling Stones project being helmed by 2021 Grammy Producer of the Year Andrew Watt. A spokesperson for the Stones confirms McCartney guests on bass on one song for the album, which will be released later this year. In a video message on social media last month, Stones guitarist Keith Richards tells fans, quote, there's some new music on its way. The new album would be the first since the death of Stones drummer Charlie Watts in 2021. And that's today's wrap. I'm Paterno S. Makel. Thank you for watching. Click the link below for the full story. Follow us on Rappler's YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.